Whether it's for drinking, bathing, or cleaning our dishes, we all seem to use water in an infinite number of ways. But have you actually stopped to consider that our supply may be quite limited? I'm Paolo Abrera, and this is Green Living. Today we're going to be talking about how to conserve what is essential to our survival. And we'll also learn how other people are creating ripples to keep our waters crystal clear. So, why should we conserve something as common as water? Well, as plentiful as we may think it is, only 1% of the water in the world is available for drinking. The other 97% is salt water from our oceans. And the 2% that remains is frozen in our polar ice caps. So we should all learn to conserve and protect our water. Now, the water in this glass can still be used to water our greens.
Speaking of greens, washing vegetables and fruits in a basin is a much better way than using running water. The water can also be used for gardening afterwards. You should also clean your car with a dipper instead of a hose. Try to minimize laundry days by washing clothes in bulk. And of course, never leave the tap running when washing or cleaning. In the case of leaks and illegal connections, it's important to report it to authorities immediately.
Now, these may sound like just small things, but many people doing small things can add up to a whole lot. That's why every little bit counts. After all, it takes just one drop to create ripples, just like in Maynilad's Mission Ginhawa.
Aside from the destructive 315 km/h winds and the 7.5-meter high storm surges that battered homes 2 kilometers inland, Typhoon Yolanda also left another devastating effect to the city of Tacloban in 2013. It destroyed swaths of arable land and contaminated critical water systems and potable water sources.
Immediately after the onslaught of Typhoon Yolanda, authorities have confirmed that it would take weeks or even months to fully restore the water in many affected areas, including the cities. So there was clamor for cheaper and faster forms of intervention.
Water sources tainted with E. coli and other contaminants is a problem that exists all around the Philippines, and not just in typhoon-hit areas like Tacloban. Small communities like Barangay 118 in Tondo, Manila, for example, struggle with a lack of potable water supply as well. Rosmontuazon and Maynilad Water saw this problem as an opportunity to come up with a creative solution. Mission Ginhawa is an initiative by Maynilad to provide the devastated communities access to safe drinking water through community engagement and donations of compact microfiltration devices.
Mission Ginhawa is an initiative by Maynilad to provide disaster-hit communities with access to safe drinking water through community engagement and through the donation of portable microfiltration devices. Actually, our immediate response after the onslaught of Typhoon Yolanda was to provide relief water in jugs, in bottles, in different containers. But we soon realized that this is not sustainable, and we needed to give the beneficiaries a more long-term and more sustainable method for them to gain access to clean drinking water. Of course, the problem with the jugs and bottles of water that we deliver to these disaster-hit areas is they run out as soon as they reach the beneficiaries. So we needed to come up with a more sustainable and more cost-effective method to provide these communities with access to clean drinking water. So what we did is we formed a core group consisting of water quality experts, engineers, and even community organizers to come up with a cost-effective and sustainable method of providing clean drinking water to these communities, especially the far-flung barangays.
Formally started in 2014 as a direct response to Typhoon Yolanda, Mission Ginhawa has expanded its reach to various other communities, from Cebu to Iloilo, all the way to various communities in Metro Manila, like Barangay 118. Mission Ginhawa has extended its reach, bringing in potable water solutions to those most in need.
In any water project, community engagement is key for the project to be sustainable. So in every training session, in every demonstration, we make sure that we get to engage the community leaders. And aside from teaching them how to properly use and maintain these filters, we also make sure that we get to stress the importance of accountability and that these filters should be shared by the beneficiaries in order for them to exhaust its full health and economic benefit as they enter the rehabilitation phase and as they rebuild their communities. With what we learned from Typhoon Yolanda, Mission Ginhawa has become part of Maynilad's disaster response activities. In fact, more humanitarian groups have expressed their intention to partner with us in providing this life-saving water solution to disaster survivors.
Rossman and numerous volunteers at Mission Ginhawa have spent the good part of the last 3 years identifying local communities in need of fresh water, be them victims of environmental or economic disaster. Once identified, they deliver these portable water filters directly to each community and empower the locals in the proper usage, care, and storage of filters. Each filter can last up to 10 years and produce some 1,440 liters of water daily, enough to address the daily requirements of about 20 families in any given community. How it works is simple. Unfiltered water passes through microtubes in the filter that traps contaminants while allowing decontaminated water to freely pass through. With 4.867 million pesos raised from employees and other donors, Project Ginhawa has benefited some 42,660 families in 30 hardest-hit areas all over the Philippines.
Mission Ginhawa has been presented as a best practice disaster response initiative to the government and even to our partner organizations. In fact, we have seen its relevance even in non-disaster scenarios.
Traveling from community to community, Rossman and the volunteers from Maynilad Water's Mission Ginhawa are determined to continually educate and empower local communities with potable water shortages by offering them access to clean, potable water, one fresh, sparkling, clean drop at a time.